Hello and welcome to the AFL Auto Blends 3D car creation channel. This is the next in finishing off the Mercedes G Wagon, and in this episode we'll be continuing on with the number plate. So this is what we've achieved so far. We've done the bracket, and we're going to do the actual plate in this episode. Okay, so all we need is this. So I'll press Control and I and press H and hide everything else. Go into front view. We don't actually need the blueprints now. You'll notice that I've moved it from the blueprint showed a different number plate scenario, so I've just changed it to incorporate my own. So we're going to use this as a template to see how much we've got to surround it by. So I think the first thing to do is treat it as a whole thing. So in other words, we will apply the mirror modifier. So if I apply that, now tab, we've got all the vertices there. Okay, so I've been online and I want to do a British number plate. We've got the font here for the number plate letters. So now we'll load in an image of a British number plate. Now whatever country you're in, you can obviously use this as a template to do your own, but that's in yellow there, that's the rear plate, and in white is the front plate in England. So there we are. So this is what we've got. We've got a little blue area here, which you put your country symbol on, and you've got these stars that are around there in yellow, which we'll be doing, and then we'll have a series of letters. I'm using my own letters, so but let's get the template done first. Okay, now first off we need to grab everything. Need to grab just the front. So what I'm going to do is go into side view, going to scroll up, and I'm going to press B, and then range select just those. Okay, now we still need to adapt this, so before I copy or duplicate and do the actual plate, this still needs to be recessed. So if I go to the front, scroll up, I'm going to minimise the subdivision to see so we can see what we're doing. So I'll press Alt and right, so I'll press Control and I and hide everything else. Press A, so we've got this. Okay. Press 1 to go into front view, and what we're going to do is use this line as a template. So I'm going to press I, and I'm going to bring it in to about there. Okay, so we've got the gap at the top and everything around. Okay, so now I've done that, this is going to be the dimension of the actual plate, and this is just sort of recessed into the into the frame here. If I get that image back, so if I get that image back, where is it? This one here, I think. Is that the one? No, that's not the one. Probably this one. Yes, this one. So as you can see, we've got a number plate that's yeah, we've got another thing to put on the front here. Okay. Right. so that's the dimension of the plate. So I'm now going to press Shift and D to duplicate it. Press P and separate the selection. So Tab into object mode, select that, press Tab. So that's our number plate. Okay, so that's looking good. So there's the number plate. So what do we want to do now? Right. Right, so the first thing to do, if we bring that up again, first thing to do is to form this area. Now what I'm going to do is just form this as a separate item. Okay, so let's scroll this over whilst we've still got that one up. I think dissolve this edge loop here, so dissolve edges here, and is that wide enough? I think that's wide enough, probably a little bit too wide actually, so let's bring this one in. So we select this one, press G twice and just bring it in a little bit. So now we'll select this, so we've got that whole thing. Let's minimize this. So I'm going to press Shift and D to separate that, copy that, and then separate the selection. So that's our blue. That's our blue line. Okay, so we've got that blue border colour there. Now we need to position the numbers. So what I want to do is to bring this in as a template. So where do we want it? Okay, so I'm going to put Shift and A, Shift and S, sorry, Shift and A in this part, Shift and A, and bring in image, reference image, go into here, go into and find that series of letters, wherever they are. There they are. Just navigate to where they are. They're probably on my desktop, so let's have a look on the desktop. Yeah, there they are. So just bring it in there, so load that up. Okay, let's shut this down now. I'm going to select it and scale it down. So this is just purely what I'm modelling off. Let's highlight that, press Z, and go into solid, so it gives us an idea of what we're doing. I'm going to move this, press G and, whoa, I'm going to select this, press G and move it up. So now I'm going to press Z, go into wireframe. I just want to see what sort of size I need to do this, so actually I need that on solid. So what we'll do is just twist this and move it in the Y axis, just pull it out to here, press 1 again. So that's Y, okay, so just pull this out to here, press 1, have a look. Okay, so I'm going to make this go into here and go to opacity and go to 0.1. Okay, so let's move this around again. I just want to get this these at the right height. So press G, and move these roughly in line. So what I'm going to do is scale it up a little bit more. Let's move it down. Right, so we don't want this, that thing at the back, so I'm going to press hide for that. Right, let's go into first, that's better. That's better. I think we'll go into edit mode as well. And what I'm going to do is use this as the template. So we'll use that. Right, use this as the template. So I'll put this one down to roughly the same height. That looks good. So press 1. So now I want the letters. So we want to choose this and this. Shift and choose that, and press Tab to go into edit mode. Now we want to use this. Right, okay. So let's use this. That was the wrong thing to do. So G and Z. Just bring this up. I want the gap at the top the same as the other, so that looks about right to me. So okay, we've set what size we want. Now I'm going to move this down and do the letters down here, but then we don't want to move this, so what I'm going to do is find this in the outliner and just press that so we can't select it anymore. Okay, so the first letter is A, is what I want to do. So I'm going to shift and left mouse here to, right mouse click there to put the cursor in the middle there. I'm going to press shift and A and add in a mesh plane. So put in a mesh plane. Now it's orientated wrong, so I've got to rotate it. So rotate 90. Press 1 again, and there we are. Okay, so what I want to do is press X. So in edit mode, press X and do edge collapse. So collapse edges and faces. So that will leave us with one vertex. So press G and move it down to here. Okay, so now all I'm going to do is trace around the letters. So I'm going to press E, move it up to here. So then trace all of this around. Press E again and trace it all around. So again, actually move it in the X so it's perfect. Okay, grab this one. We're not quite there, are we? G. Just stick it at the bottom there. So E and X and move it across to there. And let's make sure these are on the same height. So let's choose them all. Okay. So press S, Z and 0. Okay. So now we want choose this one, press E and move up to here, choose this one, E, and move up to here, then choose these two and press F, but also do S, Z and 0. Okay, so what have we got so far? We've got this. Okay, so we want to use one of these, Shift and D, and move it into place here. Now, this looks to be, so I'm going to press E and bring that down to about here. And then I'm going to choose this, E, and move it down to here. And once again, make sure these are SZ0 a level. Okay. Let's have a look, see what we think here. That's not quite. This and this need to be moved over slightly, not as much as that. So about there. Okay, so choose these two and press E and Z. Bring them all the way down to here. Okay. Now press F, make sure you're in bounding box, so here, bounding box. Press S and X and scale them up to here. And then finally press F to fill it in. Okay, so we've got our letter now. Now all we need to do is to create mesh to fill in here. So what I'm going to do is to press Ctrl and R, press G twice and bring that down. So G twice and bring it down to here roughly. Press this one, SZ0. Need to go back into active element for that. So S7 Okay, so we'll do the same here, Ctrl and R, press G twice, and bring it up to here. So what I'm going to do is just one letter, S70. Now we need another one here. So let's fill these faces in, so we move with the flow. So we can choose these four and press F. Okay, so we're moving up now. We need to add some down here. So one here on this side, one here on this side. Grab them both, press G twice, and bring them to near. Choose one of these, S, Z and 0. Okay, so now we can choose these two and press F. These four and press F. So choose these four and press F. Okay, so we've got another one here. So it's the same process, Control and R. Control and R. Choose these two and this one and press S, Z and 0. Excellent. So we want to choose these, this one, this one, this one and this one, and press F. Then this side we need to press these two and press F. And now we've got, if we put one in here, so press Control and R and put one just in the middle there. What do we do? So what I want to do is choose these two and press F. So we've got 5 faces here. So what I'm going to do is split the difference on both, put one there, then put one there. I'm going to select these four and press F, and then select these four and press F. Same here, select these, F, and finally select these. Let's see if it will F and fill it in. Okay, so select everything, press Shift and N to recalculate the normals, and now let's move it into place. So press G, C, and move it up. Put it here. Let's moving the y-axis all the way to here till it's near. Okay, press 1. Let's put it into place. Now I'm going to rejiggle these, but what I want to do is just to show you the first bit. So if I line this up, so I'll choose that. So all we do now is so it's got a sort of a 3D effect. What I want to do is to shrink it on here. So to do that, you press, make sure that this is in face select, so it's snapping to face, so, and that individual, project individual elements, that's ticked. So do that and press G, Control and Enter. And if you notice when you rotate it, it's on there. Okay, so we've got the border and the first letter on. I'm going to go away now and do the other letters. And when I've done that, we'll come back and finish it. Okay, thank you for watching. and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.